If you're always feeling hungry and you're fed up of always being hungry, what can you really do about it? That's what we're talking about today. So we'll be talking about few things. First thing is why people are always hungry. The second thing is what do people normally do when they are hungry. Then we'll be looking at frequently asked questions for people whenever they feel that they are hungry, and my recommendations to stop being hungry all the time. And finally, what is the formula for a perfect meal for you so you are never hungry or starving or feel like overeating. So the first thing, why are people always hungry? There are very few reasons why people are always hungry, and if I have to say the main reason why people are always hungry, it's either the food they eat or drink, their sleep, the stress they are under, or a couple of other reasons. So that's it. People are always hungry because of what they eat or drink, how much they sleep, how much stress they are under, or just a couple of other reasons. Now I'll give you the details of this. When it comes to eating food, what people tend to do, there are a few things, which is, if you look at someone's eating habits for the full day, it usually lacks protein, it lacks enough water, it lacks the required amount of vegetables for the day. It tends to have too much of liquid calories, something like a Pepsi, Coke, or Miranda carbonated drinks or Tropicana kind of drinks. There can also be a problem of having alcohol a bit too often, and sometimes the problem is also eating too little. So if you don't eat enough protein, you will be hungry. If you don't drink water, you will be hungry. If you don't have vegetables at all, if you are like me and you absolutely hate vegetables, I hate vegetables, and if you are like me, then you're not going to be eating vegetables unless someone forces you to, and no one's going to force you to eat vegetables. That is going to leave you feeling very hungry. And if you enjoy juices, milkshakes, these kind of things, liquid calories are very easy to swallow and they don't keep you full for long. Alcohol is another thing which we tend to overconsume, and this leaves us hungry, because when you have a lot of alcohol or when you consume alcohol, you always look for something to munch along with the alcohol, and that leaves you quite hungry. And finally, if you eat too little, what's going to happen is the ghrelin hormone, which is the hormone responsible for creating a hunger response in your body, is going to continuously tell you that you are hungry. So when you feel hungry because of too much ghrelin, you are going to be craving food even after you just finish eating. So once again, when it comes to eating and drinking, few of the common mistakes which everyone does, myself included, is lack of protein, lack of sufficient water, lack of fiber or vegetables, too many liquid calories, alcohol too frequently, and eating too little. These are the few things which people get wrong when it comes to eating, and this leads to hunger. Now when it comes to sleep, in case you are not getting between 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night, you are going to end up being very hungry. So you have to make sure that you sleep enough. If you don't sleep enough, what's going to happen is your ghrelin hormone is going to tell your body that you are hungry even when you should not be. So sleep deprivation leads you to wanting to eat more and more. So this is why it ends up into a vicious cycle. You don't sleep enough, you end up wanting to eat more and more, and over a period of time you end up overweight because you are sleep deprived. You are watching Netflix or some TV show or YouTube on your phone, and you end up munching some snacks or something tasty. Now next, talking about stress. For some people, too much stress leads to more hunger, and for others, more stress leads to less hunger. And if more stress leads to more hunger for you, that means that you are going to be wanting to munch on something all the time whenever you're stressed, which is quite dangerous if you are trying to not put on more weight. A couple of other reasons which I mentioned is, one is boredom. A lot of us start eating food because we are bored, we have nothing else to do. and say after a long day at work, we are feeling frustrated, we need something to do, we have nothing, we end up watching something on YouTube and munching anything that is available close by. And it's a nice way to relax, to take a break, but we end up overeating a lot of things during this time when we are munching, because we don't really pay attention to what we are eating because we are distracted by the phone. Now, for those who just had kids recently, breastfeeding mothers would also feel quite hungry because they are feeding a child, and it leads to a lot of hunger, and they need to continuously keep eating meals or snacks or something high in protein to keep themselves full, else they're going to want to eat all the time. And finally, you may have some medical reason which is leading to your higher levels of hunger. It may be a symptom of type 2 diabetes, or it may be an issue with your thyroid. You might have hyperthyroidism, but I leave this to your doctor to diagnose. These are the main reasons why people tend to feel hungry, because of what they eat or drink, because of how little they sleep, because of too much stress in their life, and also because of boredom, or maybe they have some other underlying medical condition which their doctor can help them with. Now, next we look at what people normally do when they are hungry. What even I would normally do is to look for what food is available for me close by. So I don't want to go outside, take a walk, buy something healthy and come back. No way. What I want to do is I want to actually consume what is there within my arm's reach or within my house. I don't want to take any difficulty, or I don't want to do something out of the ordinary to consume something. I just want to eat what's already here. So what people normally do is they usually eat what is closest to them, what is available for minimal effort, which can give them energy. So it usually ends up being some biscuits if you have kids at home, or cake if you are at office and you have an office party, or there's a birthday party and you're hungry, you end up overeating the cake or the snacks or whatever is free in office, tea, coffee, etc. So the first thing which people normally do when they are hungry is they eat whatever is available to them with minimal fuss. Second thing is liquid calories, carbonated beverages like Pepsi, Coke, Miranda, Fanta, Mountain Dew, whatever you want to call it. It's all there close by, and if it is, you are just going to end up drinking it. The third thing, what people tend to eat are chips. Now, chips are very convenient. Chips are very easy to overeat. The next thing are nuts. So people always say nuts are healthy, there's nothing wrong with nuts. And yes, nuts are healthy, but what people normally do when they are hungry and they see a bunch of nuts is take as much as they can take in a hand and keep munching them. There's nothing wrong. Finally, people when they are working from home, they usually have unlimited access to home food. And if your wife is a good cook, or if you are a good cook, or someone at home is a good cook, you will end up overeating home food. And we normally think that home food is very healthy and you can eat unlimited amounts, but unfortunately this is not true. You cannot eat unlimited amounts of home food and expect to not put on weight. So once again, what do people normally do when they are hungry? They eat what is easiest to access for them. They also have a lot of liquid calories, such as carbonated beverages, artificial juices, Tropicana, etc. They tend to have packaged snacks such as chips, biscuits. They also have a lot of nuts or dry fruits. And finally, unlimited amounts of home food, because as everyone thinks, home food is very good or very healthy. But this is not always true. Now, next we are coming to what my recommendations are to stop being hungry always. In a nutshell, it's very simple. You need to eat or drink right, get enough sleep, reduce stress, and regular exercise. Now I'll go into detail for each of these. Eat enough food and drink enough water throughout the day. Try not to completely skip your breakfast, lunch, and have only dinner, because then it's going to be very difficult to control yourself. So center each meal around protein. Have protein at the center of your meal, and around them you can fill in the vegetables and the rice or carbs. Drink 2 liters water per day. Have enough fiber or vegetables, at least 2 to 3 servings. Reduce liquid calories. Do not starve yourself. A lot of people think that they need to keep eating less and less to feel full or to lose weight. So a lot of people think eating less is the secret to losing weight, and they are right in a way, but you have to choose the right foods, else you are going to end up starving all the time and you are going to completely hate it. You also have to identify healthy snacks for the day, and I'll be giving you some few healthy snack options later today. Then try not to skip meals. Have fixed timings for meals and try to stick to them as much as possible. Stop boredom eating, or stop eating whenever you are bored at night. Have something else to do, maybe read a book. Stop scrolling on your phone, watching videos, and finding something else to munch on while you are watching videos. That's a very dangerous habit, because when you watch something on your phone, you tend to lose track of what is happening around you, and you tend to forget that you are snacking on something. So it's very easy to watch a video or watch a movie on your phone and binge watch and forget that you are munching on something, and you end up eating and eating and you completely end up going overboard. So try to stop the boredom eating. Reduce alcohol to maybe one time a week, where you can have 2 to 3 drinks. Try to reduce regular consumption of alcohol. Mindful eating. Yeah, it is about concentrating on what you are eating. Eat slowly. Allow yourself to take smaller bites and chew the food properly before you swallow. And finally, keep in mind that mindful eating works best when it is combined with healthy diet and regular physical activity. Coming to sleep, have at least 7 to 9 hours sleep at a stretch. Stress can greatly affect how hungry you are. So try to manage your stress. For some people, excess stress leads to additional hunger, and for some, it completely takes away their hunger. So it might actually help you lose weight, but stress is not good for you. So try to manage your stress. Spend time in doing some yoga or some relaxing activities, like maybe coloring, painting, listening to music, reading a book. And finally, exercise regularly. Walk at least 30 minutes a day and aim to do strength training 3 times a week. So once again, I'll just tell you my recommendations to stop feeling hungry. Eat enough food and drink enough water spaced throughout the day. Sleep 7 to 9 hours a day. Manage stress. Exercise regularly. Now next, my formula for the perfect meal for you. Now, if you are trying to come up with your own healthy meals but having a lot of trouble doing them, let me share with you a simple way to come up with an ideal meal for you. This is more of a visual method, where you look at a plate and you are able to determine how much you should eat. So if you are a vegetarian, make sure to have half your plate of vegetables. 1/4 of your plate should be protein, such as paneer, dal, rajma, chana, tofu, and finally 1/4 of your plate should be something like rice or chapati or roti, fulka, dosa, idli, and so on. If you are a non-vegetarian, the recommendation for you is half the plate vegetables. 1/4 of your plate should be protein. It can be chicken, fish, beef, mutton, pork, etc. 1/4 of your plate can be rice, chapati, bread, dosa, idli, idiyappam, uttapam, and so on. Like Joel says, ultra pure non-veg. Right, I fully understand. Me too. I am a very hardcore non-vegetarian. I love non-veg. I can't do without it. Happy to hear that. What snack options can I eat? So you have to space your meals out throughout the day. You can't just have one breakfast, lunch, and dinner and expect to be happy. A lot of us tend to leave out the breakfast. We only have lunch and dinner, and we have unlimited snacks in between. So that makes us very prone to overeating, which is going to lead to us being overweight by the time we are 35, 36. So here are some good snack options. If you are a vegetarian, good snack options. One is Greek yogurt. If you like something sweet, you can have Greek yogurt. You can also have fruits. 1 apple, 1 banana, 1 orange, 1 pomegranate, a mango. These are also great options. Now, if you are non-vegetarian, great snack options are 1 egg, Or you can go for the same fruit options as the vegetarians have: apple, banana, orange, mango, watermelon, any seasonal fruit that you like. You can have one bowl of that. That's perfectly fine. Now, coming to a few of the frequently asked questions when it comes to hunger and how to avoid hunger. Veg and non-veg protein sources. Veg protein sources: paneer, tofu, lentils such as dal, peas, chana, rajma, quinoa, and so on. Non-veg sources of protein would be chicken, fish, beef, pork, mutton, etc. Are there any healthy snacks? Yes, definitely. All snacks are healthy in the right quantities. Now, don't ask me if a chocolate brownie is a healthy snack. A chocolate brownie is just something very sweet and sugary, and if you want to have it, you can. There's nothing wrong with having it. So Joel has a question. If I skip breakfast, isn't it intermittent fasting? Yes, buddy. If you skip breakfast, you basically are not eating the first few hours of the day. So it does become intermittent fasting. But there's nothing magical about intermittent fasting. It is just one way to ensure that you eat less than your body needs to stay at the same body fat level. So intermittent fasting is basically cutting out one meal in the day, which over a period of time might help you lose weight if overall you are not overeating. So if you are overeating in spite of skipping your breakfast, you will not lose weight. So this is why it really helps to understand how much you are eating today. If your weight is 90 kilos or 100 kilos and you are not losing weight no matter what you are doing, that means you are eating more than what your body needs. If you consistently eat less than what you need to stay at the same weight, you have to lose weight. There is no option. So if you need more help with this, drop me a message. I am very happy to help you clarify these things, because it's very easy to get confused with too much information out there. People say some food is bad, some food is good. There's nothing like that. You can eat all kinds of food. You don't have to restrict any food at all. So the next question: are there foods we should avoid? The answer is no. There is no food that you should avoid. If you avoid foods that you like, you will end up hating whatever meal plan you are on. So do not avoid any food. Eat all the food that you enjoy, but make sure to understand how many calories you are consuming when you eat the food that you enjoy. So if I enjoy ice cream and I end up eating 5 scoops of ice cream per day, I would be eating more than what my body needs, which means that over a period of time, I am going to be putting on weight. However, if I know that I need 2400 calories to stay at the same body weight of 75 kilos, then I can actually plan and see that I need to eat this much rice, this much chicken, this much vegetables, and I can also have 1 scoop of ice cream and I will not put on weight. So if I really love ice cream that much, I could actually have it every day. I'm not going to put on weight at all. Next, how do I feel full? Prioritize protein, drink enough water, and have enough vegetables throughout the day. So what is the truth about nuts? Can you actually eat as many as you want and not put on weight? So nuts are not bad for snacking. They are a very good option for snacking. However, nuts are one of the easiest things to overeat, and this can lead you to putting on more weight than you like. So make sure that you know how much you are eating and you are not eating so much that you end up putting on weight. Does sleep really matter? Does sleep affect how hungry you are? Yes, sleep definitely affects how hungry you are, and less sleep is going to lead to more stress for you, and more stress means you are prone to eating way more than you would have normally. Next question: what food should I carry if I'm going on a long trip somewhere? Have some nuts packed in a little box. Include a few almonds, a few dates, and if you enjoy cashew, you can include them as well. If you are hungry and you have nuts and a glass of water, you will end up being very full, and nuts will also give you a lot of energy. What packet snacks are safe, healthy, or good for you? So generally packet snacks are not very good for you, but if you have to carry snacks, what I would choose to carry is something like chicky, or peanut candy, which is just jaggery and nuts, because it's so compact, it doesn't cost all that much, and it is very convenient to carry and just munch on. You get them in little packets which are maybe 5 to 10 grams, so you can just open the packet, eat them whenever you want, and they will keep you quite full along with a glass of water. How do you stop eating? How do you stop munching on food? I would rather not make any decision regarding what I have to eat, except one time during the week, which is on a Sunday. I plan my meal for the next 1 week. I plan my meals from breakfast, lunch, dinner to all the snacks required. This allows me to not be overwhelmed or have decision fatigue, because I don't want to have to decide that I should eat healthy all the time. I just want to know what I should eat at which time and follow through. That's it. So thanks guys for joining me on this live. See you next time. Bye.